Ooh. Episode, what is it, 7, 8?
Episode 7.
Okay. Episode 8 of, I'm sorry.
Episode 7.
I think it's 8, but okay. We'll find out afterwards. But yeah, long 2 weeks. A lot of stuff happened these 2 weeks.
Kwame Brown.
Kwame Brown probably the biggest story, but he just barely usurped the Joe Budden.
He helped
fiasco.
Joe out.
Yeah, he helped Joe out a lot. Joe is, let me tell you something. The happiest person in the world about Kwame Brown is Joe Budden. Because they was about to stick the hounds on his ass.
The most unhappiest person right now is Charlemagne the God
Charlemagne
because of Kwame Brown.
Going through a lot of stress. He's stressed right now, boy. But Kwame Brown, we'll start off with him. Beautiful story. At least the one that he's telling and how things are unfolding. I agree with him probably 100% of the time, honestly. I don't know if he said anything I disagree with.
He said nothing I disagree with so far. The way he talk is raw, unfiltered.
Real.
It's real. That's what we used to dealing with. That's where we from.
Oh, Carolina. I told you he reminded me so much of our Uncle Vonzel. The way he laughed. He dark skinned just like him. He reminded me so much of my uncle.
That's
the
how
way he curse.
That's how they talk.
Talk shit all the time.
They don't give a fuck.
Don't give a fuck. All I need him to say is shine.
Shine.
That's Uncle Vonzel.
I've been waiting for him to say shine.
But yeah, that's old.
They call mixed people mulattoes.
Yep.
High yellow.
He definitely been on Matt as hard. He been on Matt harder than Steven Jackson. I think he feel like, Matt, you ain't even as tough as you acting.
He don't know, man. He don't have a rapport with Matt. He actually have a relationship.
Well, he was teammates with both of them, wasn't he?
Well, I think he was just
in
teammates.
Oakland.
Well, he respect.
I think he had a little bit more respect for Steven Jackson. Yeah.
He don't respect Becky with the good hair.
I think because you think he looked down on him more because of the thing that happened with his wife?
I think he had. I think he have no respect for him because of that situation.
Which is crazy. I mean, they ain't even got nothing to do with him.
Even DJ Envy, he don't have no respect for him because how he allowed his wife to berate him.
Well, yeah, you're right. Well, getting into that, the whole thing, how it started. Everybody should know the story by now. They have their own podcast.
This what kicked it off.
And they went into they said something about him on the show. Let me show you right quick. They said something about him on their show that really ticked them off.
Did you guys thank Jerry? Because wasn't Jerry over in Memphis and gave you guys power?
Well, we traded Mark Gasol.
Yeah, that's what people,
right?
Oh, you got him for nothing, not realizing that what you guys gave him was Mark Gasol.
And Kwame Brown. And so...
Mark Gasol.
And... do you played with Mark?
No. That was a one-man trade. You just used the name. That name was just there.
So now we get Powell. We go on.
That was for no reason.
Now, this is a man that Kwame Brown said he thought he was cool with.
Yeah.
And you disrespected him on the air like this.
Like, we get the Kwame jokes. All right, they've been going on for
you
forever.
A punk.
But yeah, we've been going on forever. But it's like, that was unnecessary. This woman, she didn't even understand what they were saying.
And
she like, yeah.
Mark Barnes, he had to tap Jack. I'm calling him Jack now. To get reaffirmed.
Yeah, like, right.
Like, right.
The only one person that trade.
He tagged you in.
It's like, that was unnecessary. I agree. Especially considering he thought he was cool with you.
Yeah.
You took it a next level.
And he was honest with you.
Like, you only got one name, one person that.
Yeah, he was honest. He said, up until that point, Jack, I had never disrespected you. You had never disrespected me. He said he keeping it real. We've never had a confrontation.
Yeah.
But now we got one.
You get mama's cooking. I don't want to, no copyright infringement. It's his. I don't want no ownership. That's his.
Jack, his. I don't want no smoke.
No smoke. But yeah, that's how it really started. That was the first sign. That's what really, he said he went to their DMs and was like, yo, you ain't got to do all that. Let the woman finish what she was saying. She said my name because she had some, and like he said, she had more respect for him than they did. She could have easily said, yeah, Mark Gasol was the big piece in the trade, but she had more respect to say in Kwame. And they was like, you ain't got to say his name.
He just there.
Yeah, he just a person there. It's like, damn. So that's what kicked it off. Everybody already know that, but this is just what he was talking about when a dude he thought he was cool with just flipped on him for no reason. Just to get a little joke off that's not even
necessary.
Like, that joke wasn't even something that was really like gut busting, grabbing. Like, come on, man.
But at the same time, like Kwame said, you supposed to be this black empowerment dude, but yet you tearing down this black man on your platform.
Yeah, he made sure to bring out that, that white woman had more respect for me than you. But
absolutely.
Then he and because of that, even though he had, it seemed like a friendship with Stack, he just didn't like the fact that Matt even had the audacity to say something like, I don't even know you.
He don't have no respect for you at all.
So obviously he said what happened with we all know the Derek Fisher situation, driving all those miles to go fight a dude after his kids say Derek over here and he didn't know. All right, we get it. But you know niggas on the internet, they went and scourged the internet for verification of when it initially started.
You have to put up data. This is data.
This is
and
the
you know
research.
what? Matt Barnes, you should have kept your hair like you got it now, because if you did, you wouldn't be getting dragged and being called Becky with the good hair right now.
So I'm gonna show a video, old video of Derek Fisher and Matt Barnes, and you see the instance of Derek was already hunting. He was hunting this video, you could tell. Let's just go ahead and show this.
Niggas. Niggas. Fuck. 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 Niggas.
What? Whoa. So he had to tell his wife.
Well, if you look at the beginning here, he walking over and Derek tried to give him dap. And see, Derek is trying to give him a handshake, or is Derek going straight to his wife? So he walks over and Derek goes straight to the wife. So he's standing there like, you know. So then he goes over to his wife, you know, give her a little peck on the cheek. Like that's how they do. And you know, like that supposed to be the shade that Matt Barnes did to him?
I guess
Not
so.
immediately. He kissed his wife face. But obviously that's the video of the people brought up to say, see, it was already signs that, you know, and it's pretty obvious when you look at the situation between them, Derek Fisher and whatever her name is. What's her name?
Laura. Her name is Laura.
Laura something.
Yeah,
She clearly was dealing with Derek Fisher.
Something was going on.
She was dealing with him long
Damn, she was
before.
over there trying to be a sister wife. She was gonna go stand beside Derek Fisher's wife in the picture.
So, you know, he keep frying Matt Barnes of that shit. And it hit, I'm sorry, it hit every time because he said,
damn, your wife rather be a sister wife than go stand beside you.
yeah,
That's sad.
But then this is LA, and we already know in LA,
Orgy City.
exactly. I wouldn't be surprised if the only thing Derek Fisher did wrong was try to marry
Fell in
his
love.
ex. I think if he, look, this is LA. We know, like Kwame said, they like to switching STDs with each other. They like sharing STDs and women, side chicks, main chicks. They don't care.
Wives, husbands.
So I wouldn't be surprised if it was understood and Derek, being who he is,
He just broke the guy code.
He just broke the code and just went out public with his woman. But remember that story about him crashing his truck? And
no
it was like,
respect.
why you in this man's truck driving around? You're a millionaire. You got your own car.
You got your own vehicles.
Why are you? Yeah. So that was just real crazy. But apparently they patched it up. I think they had like a little, I won't say documentary, but they had like a little video where they came out and talked to each other.
Oh, happy life, happy family.
And they was
now.
like, we good now, you know. You got to be good. He's his stepdaddy now. Like, what you mean you got to be good. But that's going to create too much turmoil for your household. She clearly ain't.
She don't give a damn whether you good or not. She good.
She like, what happened is already happened. You can get over it.
Or not get over it. But he ain't going nowhere.
He ain't going nowhere. I remember we listened to somebody and it was like Matt Barnes come off like a boy and she ran into a dude who's more mature and it was going from, you know, her nose is open from the get-go.
Wide open.
But then Charlamagne the God and all these other people, obviously the sports commentators using him for views. Skip and Shannon kind of just defended him and cut it off and stopped. Stephen A. Smith was like, hey.
Stephen A. Smith didn't want that smoke.
Yeah, Stephen A. said he deserved it. We went on it for a long time. Get it off. I don't mind.
Because he did that because he didn't want to keep stirring the pot.
Yeah, he knows that the more I talk, it's gonna keep
more
going
attention
longer.
it's gonna be on
if I just leave it alone,
Yeah.
it'll last another week or two, and then he'll leave me alone. But then Charlamagne the God brought up his family, which even I was like, that's crazy. Why you tying the things that his father and his brothers might have did to him? That has no bearing on his mental.
When he said that, all best was off.
Yeah, then he brought up the real.
His allegations.
Yeah, I mean, he brought up what was already
out there,
but he put it on Front Street for real.
He put it on Front Street again. Not that there's other people that have tried to put it on Front Street. You got Tasha K. We found out the Star Report had it on his show as well. That's why he had that. He had a show last night called what Charlamagne sends out cease and desist again.
Yeah.
So this is his third. This is the third person that he done did that we know of.
You said Choke, didn't you?
Yeah, Choke. Sorry, Choke. It was Choke, Tasha K, and the Star Report.
Yeah.
And now Kwame Brown.
Yeah.
So now, that's 4.
The thing about that is, and I'm trying to find this part where he brought that up. Hold on. Let me try to.
You got that? Fuck wrong with you? We done seen it, nigga. You just a trained boy. But see, ain't no man scared of no boy. Going right. They ain't that smart. He just an athlete. He just a this.
That's him talking about Stephen A.
Nigga, I'ma get you. I don't give a fuck about all that. You got that? Fuck wrong with you? You bitches been talking about my mama's son long enough, nigga. My mama raised me right. You thought Joyce Elizabeth Brown didn't raise this? Boy, she put this seasoning on this shit here. And to have some finances putting in place. Stop getting them to shout and yell about dumb shit. Close your ears and let's look at the results. Out of all the talking, what are the results?
So he was talking, I'm just showing that to show he talked about more things than just this,
just the bickering back and forth.
Guys. So he talked about, how he came up. He talked about what he wanted to do with the community and stuff like that. But obviously he did bring up the Charlamagne allegations.
Yeah.
Now the Charlamagne allegations, when we first heard about them 2 years ago now, 3 years ago, when Jessica Reed first came out and said something, he said that the case was dismissed. That's how he framed it. He said DNA evidence and stuff proved him innocent. It was dismissed. He said, I apologize for putting her in that situation, but think something like that could happen. And
he never said a name.
Never said a name, but he said it was dismissed. Now, when Kwame brought it up, he he sent Kwame a cease and desist, like you said, and Kwame reacted in kind to that situation.
What? In the first video. How many of y'all caught that? You like that flag on the first video? I need to turn it back around. Let me let these people get in here. Man, they keep giving me content.
That Rebel Bowl was the first one.
This is America. So a goddamn gonna dude like that, a stank son of a bitch that in my opinion, that is a violator, gets to try to get the lawyers on me. So wait, first you ignored me when I tried to just ask you for respect. Then you invite me on your podcast. Then you try to have Charlamagne the bitch defame my character. See, I'm gonna have to call a lawyer and see if I got a defamation of character lawsuit against you, because I just got a cease and desist saying that I said some things I shouldn't have said. But my opinion of you is that you are a piece of shit. So let me retract everything I said about you, sir. You're not the R word, but we know what you did. but technically you pled, the legal term is you pled to a lesser charge of, what was the lesser charge? What was the lesser charge of a minor? Delinquency of a minor. So because your bitch ass got lawyers, and see, that's what I mean about that machine, y'all. Pay close attention. Because this bitch ass nigga got lawyers, he found a lawyer of mine that I don't even use anymore. y'all digging, boy. Y'all digging deep, ain't you? So because you pled to a lesser charge, and again, I retract them statements from earlier because I don't want any smoke. But if you sue me, you're going to find out a nice little secret.
I wonder what he mean by that. If you sue me, you're going to find out a nice little secret.
Listen.
Something deeper, maybe. I don't know.
I think Kwame, I think he's holding back a lot. I think he has not said a lot of things he could say.
Maybe.
He's saving it.
Punk ass bitch. But anyway, I'm still not gonna let off the gas on your bitch ass. You lesser charge ass bitch. You delinquency to a minor ass bitch. That's still wrong. What the fuck you doing around a minor, you punk ass motherfucker?
And we always have, that's what we said. Well, there's two things we have to say. Why did her mother allow this older guy to take her to a club? Because she's 15. Charlamagne is 20-something at the time.
Well, yeah. How it goes is we were told 2 years ago, Charlamagne, that he went out with her or whatever. They went to a party, and that he didn't have nothing to do with what happened to her, but it was the environment he created, the alcohol and all that stuff. So that's what the delinquency of a minor is talking about. You can get charged with that for holding your kid out of school. So they're trying to say that the delinquency, what he's guilty of is putting her around alcohol and all that stuff. That's what he pled guilty to. But then 2 years ago, he didn't say that. As you can see right here. Right here, he was saying a little bit different.
You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast. And you wanted to be thorough with your statements.
Yes.
And I think today you have a statement. Or you have something that you wanted to say about the case?
I just got something I want to say. I haven't said anything because I was waiting for more information to come out. And it's been a nutty 3 weeks. And I've learned a lot about the weight my words have. And I've been reminded about the responsibility I have to watch the way I talk about issues of sexual assault. And new files from my dismissed assault case in South Carolina were just released. I think they came out yesterday. And I hope this quashes whatever misconceptions people might have about the case. The documents show that I did everything in my power to fully cooperate with authorities before this case was ultimately dismissed. And to be honest with you, the past 3 weeks has really made me regret, helping to create an environment that allowed something like this to take place. Like, I'm going to forever regret that. But I cannot take responsibility for a crime that I did not commit. But most importantly, I am praying for healing for the victim. Okay, and I am committed to using my platform that God has blessed me with to do as much good as I possibly can for the rest of my life. Right, and I don't know if I plan to make any more public statements on this in the near future, but I just thought that was important for me to say and let everybody know that the new files from my dismissed assault case are out there. And
once again, he said that was dismissed. So what was dismissed? The actual thing that was dismissed was the felonious engagement in penile vaginal intercourse. That was dismissed, according to him. And he pled to the delinquency of a minor. Now, I remember following this story, and the Jessica Reed said she wasn't allowed to go and witness on the witness. What do they call it? She wasn't allowed to go to the court. I don't know how you say it. She wasn't allowed to actually be a witness in the case because her mother stepped in.
Yeah, her mom did not want her to do it.
So her mother stepped in and had the case dismissed. Not her. That's what she said.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna show a clip of her what she described happened that night.
Nothing happened to me that night. Everything took place. Villa number 30. This is where the party was. Me and Malika walked into the party with Charlemagne, his friends and cousins. I do not want to tell that story again. I don't even want to do bits and pieces of it. I'm fucking over it. This is where everything happened. This is where Charlemagne gave Malika and I the drinks. He himself made those drinks. He told me that I could trust him. I was like his sister. He would let nothing happen to me that night. He repeatedly asked me over and over and over if I wanted to drink, and even after telling him no several times, he still pressured me. I finally took a drink. Now, mind you, I'm 15 years old. I'm a child. I'm a minor. I'm being pressured into drinking by someone who I thought I could trust. I let my guards down. And I said, you know what? This is my friend. He won't let anything happen to me. And he betrayed me. He allowed his friends or cousins or whoever, he allowed his friends or cousins or whoever those guys were to take advantage of me, and he himself took advantage of me as well. He brought me here and left me here. Never heard from him again. No phone call, no nothing. If you're so innocent and you didn't do anything, why didn't you pick up the phone and call somebody? Why didn't you ask, hey, is Jessica okay? You brought me to that party. You never picked up the phone to call. You never stopped by my house to check on me because you knew you were guilty. You knew what you had done. If you're
so obviously, that's her side of things. She said that's what happened. Like I said, she wasn't allowed to actually be a witness in her own case because her mother allegedly stopped it. So Charlemagne pled to delinquency of a minor and went on about his life. That's allegedly what happened. But somehow, when this came up, you didn't see none of these celebrity females come out against Charlemagne.
Where was Tamika Mallory?
Well, she was still, I think she still was into the feminist thing still at that point, wasn't she? She's still in it now. But I think she was too busy creating these feminist marches, women's marches and stuff.
There would have been a reason to march for feminists.
When Charlemagne wasn't on her radar. What did the woman say? The one who created Me Too, didn't she say that it's not her job to go after white men? Well, maybe Tamika Mallory thought it wasn't her job to go after celebrity men.
Okay.
That's how the game goes sometimes for some of these people, these weirdo people. But now Charlemagne's name is back in the media for that allegation. It's starting to get heated up a little bit. You know, the temperature was on about 2. It jumped up to about 6 now, maybe 7.
We need to get that shit to a 10. Get his ass off the Breakfast Club.
I don't know if he's gonna get off the Breakfast Club because they got too much invested in him. Well, don't he got a network?
They have another podcast.
No, I'm not talking about his podcast. He got a network he's starting, right? Well, he got the 85 South show and all these other places that he got a deal with. I think iHeartRadio, if I'm not mistaken.
They don't need him.
I mean, politically, Breakfast Club is important politically because you have to use If you're a politician,
they your black gatekeepers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to go through Breakfast Club to get on. And what did Biden tell Charlamagne?
You ain't black if you don't vote for me. Bitch ass.
It's so ridiculous how these people are able to get away with doing nothing for the community they represent. Yet they could talk all this other stuff. And nobody really holds them accountable, really. We could get on the internet and talk bad about it and call it out all the time, but the right people ain't really talking about it. You know what I mean? Somebody made this right here. How quickly he signed that anti-Asian hate bill. Like that.
We don't have an anti-black American bill.
He signed it so quickly. It hit his front desk and it was just already signed. But then you got people who, when they say we need something for black people, and they'll tell you, he can't just do it just for black people.
Remember when Kamala Harris said, I just can't do something for black people?
Yeah. And somehow, well, she didn't really get no support, if you think about it. Because right after she said that, not even right after, she had to drop out of wasn't she the first person to drop out of the primaries? If I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure she one of the first people to drop out of the primaries. But then, like I said, you got people that's spreading this bullshit that Biden can't do something for just black people. We're going to show this right quick. This is Tamika Mallory making that bullshit point.
So he did immigration, obviously stopping this stupid wall that they're building. Yeah. He dealt with the Muslim ban, getting rid of the Muslim ban. He dealt with making sure that I think 11 million people will become citizens. So he's doing things, right? But with black folks, you can't just sign something to say stop killing black people. It's not that simple.
But it was so simple to sign a bill for anti-Asian.
Simple as hell.
And they're not getting killed. They were just being picked on.
And hold on. We're not going to ignore the fact.
Dude, I don't believe.
We're not going to ignore the fact that these motherfuckers was on camera getting beat with hammers. You see that? A woman got a black woman beating the Asian women up with a hammer. Really? Come on, man.
Then they're always in front of some type of camera.
Yeah, it's
recording
always
it. Nobody's recording it for them. Yeah. It's just caught on film.
Yeah, this is somebody did a remix of this.
With black folks, you can't just sign something to say stop killing black people. It's not that simple.
President Biden is expected to sign an executive order focusing on equality today, and it will target racism against Asian Americans.
Condemning and combating racism, xenophobia, and intolerance against Asian Americans.
With black folks, you can't.
She sounds stupid as hell.
How do these people? And I feel like, at least, especially the last 3 months, there's a couple of people they've been pushing more than ever. Tamika Mallory, Stacey Abrams, and now they're trying to. What's her name? Simone Sanders. I think she's about to quit that job. That's why she came out saying she was disappointed.
Everybody give them their own show. I don't know. Simone Sanders said she always wanted to be on a show like The View. So maybe they put all of them on a show.
It wouldn't get no view. Anybody watching that shit, man. Nobody's watching that shit. Now I want to show y'all something else with this anti-Asian thing and how these people, and as just rightfully so, they want something that protects them. As they should. They should always look for protection for their people. So they ain't say nothing wrong in this. It's just funny how it's only one group that can't do this. One group that can't ask for this.
Well, Jeff, you know how rare bipartisanship is in Washington these days, and you were just showing some of those pictures from the East Room. I think it's worth stepping back here and appreciating what we're actually going to see at the White House today, which is 4 months into this administration. It is a bipartisan group at the White House. It includes Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell. It includes Susan Collins, the Republican senator from Maine. And so when this administration has a chance to celebrate bipartisanship, that is something that they are going to do. And what the president, we expect to hear him say say as well as it's notable that the vice president, the first woman, the first person of South Asian descent to be in that office to speak today, is to highlight that exact fact. Now, of course,
quite frankly, it's about time. And of course, that's not to distract from the importance of this moment. I am very grateful to the people who championed this, and I am grateful to the people who voted for it. And this is a first step in a long journey. Of course, it's going to be beyond just this moment, beyond May, being Asian American Heritage Month. I am hoping that this is a continued momentum, and whether or not leaders will keep on stepping up. One thing is for sure, there will be grassroots organizers like us at Rise here who will continue to push our leaders to care about these issues. Leadership matters. Words matter. And so what we are seeing today is going to be really important in setting the tone for what our country, what our leaders prioritize. And I hope what that means is, of course, there's always a catch-22 when you pass legislation. How well is it going to be enforced or implemented? But this is undoubtedly a first step. And to continue on from here, I hope our leaders continue their commitment to making sure that AAPIs are uplifted, are visible, and of course that hate crimes are denounced.
Yeah. We're in this weird situation where the people that have been here the longest, the people that have went through the most, are asking for the least. Pretty much.
Well, you know what? You can't say shit when you have dumbass black people who go on the internet, and support this bullshit.
Now look at this. A Chinese American civil rights group is suing Trump for $22.9 million for calling COVID-19 the China virus and Kung Fu. That's $1 for each Asian American and Pacific Islander living in the U.S.
He said Kung Fu virus. I wish I would have heard that shit.
Now, that's called reparations.
Pretty much.
That's called reparations, people. But it's funny how he's getting sued for calling it the China virus, yet the media still refers to other countries. Now, you see this? UK daily COVID cases highest in a month. Indian, what does that say? Indian variant rising. Remember there was a such thing as the British variant that was popping up in Florida? So you can name it the British variant, the Indian variant, but you can't say the Chinese one.
I think they had started something in Brazil too. I don't want to say for sure.
It's like, oh look, man, somebody is turning into a protected class.
And it sure as hell ain't our black asses.
It ain't us. Somebody getting turned into a protected class here in America.
Won't even get rid of the fucking, they haven't even passed a lynching bill.
Yeah, and then,
you know why? Because they planning on using that shit pretty soon. That's why they never got rid of that shit.
Over 200, we said this, over 200 lynching bills have been placed in front of these people, and they haven't signed one.
And let's go back to number 44.
Yeah. 8 years.
8 years, didn't do shit.
Supermajority didn't do it. But, you know, he couldn't do nothing for just black people.
You don't understand. If we could just get our hands on.
I want to show y'all this one. Speaking of reparations, the woman who was a part of the Me Too thing, she's Jewish. And she went on CBS this morning with Gayle King. And
Gayle and her wig.
Gayle King says something. Oh, sorry, she did something. She didn't say something that's the problem. But she did something that's so normal now for the leaders of our community, the black media, the old media is what we call them now. She did something that's so typical, and you just go, why is she allowed to represent us? Let's get to it. Let me show you.
Well, she's not representing us. She's representing CBS.
She's a black woman.
You know, there's a debate about reparations in this country now, and a lot of people say that they're impractical, they're impossible to implement. But, you know, my grandmother and that sort of stable, happy life you see her having is possible in part because she actually gets reparations. She gets hundreds of dollars each month from the German government. And I brought you one of the statements so that people could actually see that this is a real thing.
Yeah, but I'm so fascinated why she can be so sunny, considering all that she has seen, to see the death of her brothers, the little nieces and the nephews that clearly didn't make it. I marvel at people like that, and I'm so glad that you brought the story to us. I'm very fascinated by your grandmother now, and I heard that you took her to get vaccinated, Jody, in January. What was that like?
Yes.
She just dismissed what she
this
said.
This woman just said, hey, I know you guys are trying to get reparations. This is how we did it. We got proof. This is proof that can happen. And she said, yeah, but what about vaccinations? What the fuck is going on? This woman just said, hey, black people, this is the proof that reparations is real. It can happen. And this woman said, what about vaccinations?
Let me tell you, they hate that there is a new media on you. They hate that there's a new black media on YouTube. They can't stand that fucking shit. That's why they got this black network channel on YouTube trying to come in and get rid of this new media. Don't fall for that bullshit, y'all. Don't go there, subscribe. I'll tell you what, go there and look at the content and the shit they talking about on there, and then tell me what you think about it. They ass gotta go. All of them. The Black Caucus gotta go. All the black correspondents on YouTube that's part of the old media on TV, they all gotta go.
Go. Old media, you gotta go. It's useless. At this point, it's a cancer to the community.
You know how embarrassing that is for there to be a black woman on TV. Your wig already bad. Then you're gonna sit there and try to just change the conversation.
From
this
reparation.
woman is giving us validation.
Do you deserve reparations?
You deserve reparations, and you change it to a fucking vaccine. Ain't nobody taking that shit.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna get to some more of this. Now, this is Charleston White. You probably know him. And he had a rant against this anti-Asian shit. And he made a lot of sense to me. To me, he made a lot of sense.
I can't wait till we go to war, so we can draw the line in the sand for what kind of people that really represent us, homie. All these black people mad at me by what I said about them Asian folk, homie. And they say Vlad TV is a culture vulture. Let Vlad TV say, hey, what's up, my nigga? But because they go suck his dick and buy his jewelry, his fake lab-created diamonds, he get a pass, right? And I even seen on your post where some people say, oh, that's Johnny Dang, he get a pass. How the fuck he get a pass and I don't? I'm nigga. Nigga, we killed the white boy and stood over him. We've done white people bad all my life. Nigga, we ain't never done black people bad. How he get a pass, but y'all go against the nigga representing niggas? I got Texas nigga on my shirt. Johnny Dang and now another Chinese motherfucker ain't never done nothing for us, homie. They didn't cry when Tamir Rice died. They didn't stand up with Mike Brown. Nigga, even from the time they was building the railroad through the Pacific, and one of them had Burlington Northern on the side. The niggas was building the Burlington Northern, the Asians was building Pacific, trying to race to meet in the middle. Nigga, they didn't fuck with us. Even in our stores, nigga. Our kids can't go in their stores and just shop freely. Leave your backpacks at the door and you know, come in here. Nigga, they do our kids bad. And they sell stale candy, outdated food to our people, and they will kill our children behind that stale candy. Nigga, expired Snickers. They shot Latasha Harden in the head. Nigga, we still ain't done nothing about that. How the fuck they get a pass, nigga? And somebody do something to them bitches, and within 1 year of a president, these bitches got all kind of laws enacted. 1-800, nigga, baddest niggas been done in this country, homie. And they ain't never spoke one time for us. They Chinese rappers can come over here and go nigga, 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 nigga. And then when they get mad at us, they can also say fuck you, nigga. We can't say fuck you, gook. We don't even know how to speak they language to disrespect them. So they come take on our culture. China Mac, Johnny Dang, they get to be niggas, huh? And when a nigga say, nah, fuck you, Chinese boy, go rap in your language. Until y'all get some back y'all been taking, nigga. Y'all don't even hire us. Go look at any Chinese restaurant, any Chinese store. See?
Not even a fucking dishwasher.
It's real, man. And you get the passion, the anger, it's normal.
Because you get tired of seeing this shit on TV. You get tired of seeing it.
Yeah. The lies, man.
That's why a nigga like Kwame Brown
is
need to be on YouTube. It's real talk. It ain't watered down, proper talking. It ain't that shit is real.
Yeah, you see people saying, "Oh, he only getting this attention because of what he went in."
No,
it's past that now.
We need this.
It's his energy now. It has nothing to do with them. Now it's his energy. He can go on YouTube and not even mention him and talk about his politics, talk about what he think black people
And
need
they
to
gonna
do.
tune in
and
and
the
watch
same people will tune in and say, "You right. I agree." True.
Now, they don't
100.
mean that some of them people that's tuning in just come
Yeah,
in there
we
to
know
be
people want
nosy
drama.
and go back report to their daddy.
Yeah, we know they doing drama, but a nice portion of that audience, and he had like 130,000 subscribers now. When you first saw his channel, how many subscribers did he have?
He had 5,600 subscribers.
Now, he didn't post. He posted on his channel
here and there.
He talked about some politics. He talked about some events that happened. But it was until he went in, I think it was on Instagram, funny enough. He went in on Instagram against them for what they did. We show you the video. And it just exploded. And I think it's past just him talking about in particular Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson and even Stephen A. Smith and them. It's him talking about the media in general now and how they cover black men in particular, because that's what he's speaking about in particular.
Yeah.
Our own ethnic image, how it looks. So, yeah, this is another clip by him, Charleston White, when he says something else about this. He went on further.
Nigga working in the world, my nigga. See if a half-breed motherfucker working. Nigga, they'll go learn Spanish before they learn how to talk to a nigga. So, man, no, how you get that, nigga? Nigga, we supposed to be boycotting Johnny Dane. We supposed to shame every goddamn black rapper, take they black dollar to that nigga. I'm sorry, to that Chinese motherfucker, whatever the fuck he is, he ain't no nigga. But fuck him. My nigga. Hey, my nigga. Hey, he got so much money, he so rich, he telling us this white boy way richer than y'all. I'm making this white boy shit, you niggas, that's what he said. And you niggas clapping. Man, I'm sick of these niggas, homie. And they won't kill no white boy, they won't rob no Asian store. Now, I'm not promoting that, but I'm just giving some, that goddamn, we go rob each other? We gonna keep killing, we ain't gonna never think to go cross that railroad track and make the Chinese boy get protection when he closes his store. Make him pay something to a little league football team. Nigga, you been in this community 20 years, you ain't gave nothing back to us. I'm passionate about our people, homie. Man, as bad as we need jobs, the Asian boy know what he done told the black boy in America. He won't give us nothing. He turned his back against us. He closed his door on us. He don't give us no aid. And then when you look at how China is doing Africa and the Bahamas and the Dominican Republic, homie, they colonizing Africa now. Nigga, they robbing Africa. So now, nigga, I'm with niggas. And I stand with niggas.
Yeah. You spoke out on it, and a lot of people seems like they didn't care about if he said it or not. They were more focused on your message.
They more focused on my message. That's how I know, nigga, they ain't my people, homie. Black people so motherfucking lost, nigga. We'll suck the white boy dick. We'll suck the Jew dick. We suck the Italian dick. We suck everybody dick, nigga. We kiss everybody ass. We don't protect the black woman. We don't protect the black children. Nigga, we were supposed to ride for Tamir Rice. Fuck George Floyd. We supposed to still be dying behind Tamir Rice, nigga. White folks will still be dying behind Tamir Rice, nigga. These niggas go on with their motherfucking life, nigga, because they ain't willing to die, kill, and go to jail for the race, nigga. But
he's speaking like a warrior.
Mm-hmm.
That's the warrior spirit. Now, you could say that's just anger and bitterness and all that stuff.
That's passion.
That's passion.
What Kwame speaks, that's passion.
Yeah. And that's and when things really flip, those type of people won't necessarily be your leaders, but they'll be your generals. Those are the people that can. Those are your. And I'm just gonna say this because this is less disrespect from the shit I heard from Joe Budden. They are your modern day Martin Luther King's, Malcolm X's, Fred Hampton's, and I'm not saying they're that. I'm just saying their message, that passion, that desire to get your people from the damn bottom. And yeah, speaking about that whole comparison shit, somehow Biden got away with saying this shit. You hear what Biden said about Martin Luther King and George Floyd? So Joe Budden, I guess he was signing those damn papers or whatever. And he was asked about the George Floyd situation. And this man said George Floyd's death was more influential than Martin Luther King's assassination.
And it was not.
Yeah, he said that. And this man still get this. Man, it's so. I can't even talk about Biden too long without having a damn near having a brain aneurysm, because it's just, how did this man told you if you don't vote for me, you're not black. Then he said he said poor kids can be
and
just as
who
smart
came
as,
out and defending him when he said that shit? Bald-headed ass Simone Sanders.
This man said poor kids can be just as smart as white kids. What was he saying right there, people?
He's saying black people are poor.
He's saying you can be smart too. You're not the standard, but you can be smart. Look at this shit right here. This is him making a comparison between George Floyd and Martin Luther King.
But even Dr. King's assassination did not have the worldwide impact that George Floyd's death did.
And
even Dr. King's assassination did not have the worldwide impact that George Floyd's death did.
Now,
but even Dr. Floyd's death did.
Listen, no, we're gonna keep play it one more time. Listen to what she said.
George Floyd's. George Floyd's. George Floyd's.
Somebody said,
That was a black woman that said that.
Are you fucking kidding me?
He disrespected one of your, you would say elders.
Yes. Not just one of your elders. He disrespected one of the most influential men in the history of your race, in the history of your race in America, by comparing him to George Floyd. And you, Are you kidding me? What is wrong with our people?
Lost.
It's a moment of silence. That's all you can give it. It just makes no sense. When you start talking politics this is why this is not really a thing that goes well, because when you start talking black politics, if you know what the hell you're talking about, you're gonna get depressed and angry. That's all it's gonna lead to.
Black people hate one another so much. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Black people, and this is where I am in Seattle, they will walk up and say, "What's up?" to a white man before they do a black man.
Yeah.
Dap him up. It's a shame I walk down the street and a white man will give me the nod. And I'm like, where the fuck am I?
Now, I've never had that situation.
I've had that situation with me.
When I see a black dude, it's
I'm not saying it don't happen every time. But what I'm saying is, it's a shame that a white man will give me the nod when I'm walking down the street. And I've walked past black dudes and they... Not saying it happens often, but it's like, damn.
The fact that it happened once is kind of crazy, I guess. But when you start talking politics amongst our people, it's depressing, it's angering, and you just don't want to talk about it no more. Because at some point you realize some people just ain't even to make it. Some people are just going to go
2/3.
Some of these people they just going to do the certain things they do. When niggas was telling them, don't vote for Biden, he ain't gonna do nothing for you.
Still voted for him.
Niggas told them, hey, don't trust this person, that person. They'll still vote for him. So
told Georgia, if you vote for Biden, you'll get a $2,000 stimulus check.
And they gave you $1,400. And told you, no, we gave you $600 first. Then we told the truth.
Shit. Trump gave me $600 first.
Yeah. Speaking of,
I'm still waiting on that $600. By the way,
you still want your $600?
I still want my $600.
It's the principle.
It's the principle of the thing. You said you're gonna give me $600. Give me my $600. I'm still gonna talk shit about you, but you would have lived up to what you said you was gonna do.
He ain't lived up. He said that he's not gonna pass what they call it, debt forgiveness. He's not gonna do it. And somebody said, tell him to put the LGBT in front of him.
Shit. That go back to number 44.
Yeah. So student loan forgiveness, he ain't doing it. He didn't give you $2,000. Yeah. But Biden better than the other guy apparently.
I was before we get into Olivia, I told you about this. I was on they were having a hearing for the Tulsa, Oklahoma bombing.
Yeah.
That happened.
Yeah.
There was a trial going on.
Thank you for bringing that up.
I was scrolling in the comment section. A black dude with a white man in his icon commented, and he was talking about LGBTQ, and this lady is talking about what she went through with Tulsa, Oklahoma, and you as a black man put your sexuality
ahead of your race.
While
you're at the bottom.
They gotta go. Get them out of here.
So this is the elder lady, Viola Fletcher, if I'm not mistaken.
That's her name.
She was the last surviving person from the Tulsa massacre. They call it race riot. It was a massacre.
I don't know if she's the last survivor. I think she's the oldest living.
Oh, yeah. She's the oldest living survivor. I think she's 107.
7 years old.
So that was a century ago. 100 years.
And we just now getting to this.
8 years of Obama. But anyway, let's hear some of the stuff she had to say.
Okay. My name is Viola Ford Fletcher. I'm the daughter of Lucinda Ellis and John Wesley Ford of Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm the sister of Hughes Van Ellis, who's also here today. I'm a survivor of the Tulsa Race Massacre. 2 weeks ago, I celebrated my 107th birthday. Today, I'm visiting Washington, D.C. for the first time in my life. I'm here seeking justice, and I'm asking my country to acknowledge what happened in Tulsa in 1921.
Now, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead. Now, we've got an anti-aging law passed within a year.
This is exactly 100 years.
It's been 100 years since the Tulsa, Oklahoma bombing.
Nothing.
And they're just now having a trial. These people never got reparations to go on and try to rebuild.
No, they did rebuild.
Oh, yeah. Well, they did rebuild.
They weren't paid, but they rebuild on their own.
But are you going to finish like this play, or you?
I mean, if you want to, yeah.
Well, we don't have to finish like the play, but she, what she's going to say is, she had, because of what happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma, she never got an education. 4th grade education. Ties back to Kwame Brown saying how these black males have a 4th grade
Fourth grade reading level, yeah.
education. See, all this stuff that's playing out.
Yeah, everything.
This is like the Bible. You line upon line, precept upon precept. It's literally everything that these people are talking about. It's all aligning. Yeah. That's crazy.
You had even Michael Eric Dyson. This is Vicky Dillon. She said, "I just heard on Red Table Talk something about blacks demonizing Asians. I hope I heard it wrong." Stop, Asian. Oh man, why do?
Oh, Michael Dyson said that.
Michael Eric
I
Dyson.
can believe it.
Yeah,
he a rapper. He Twista. He trying to compete with Twista.
But listen, also we got this picture or this tweet or message. I think this is on Facebook, but he had it on Twitter too. I saw it on Twitter too. This is Samuel Jackson. I stand with Asians. Join me in the Asian Gold to fight against racism, hatred, and violence against the Asian community. Let's stamp out hate and support an organization that provides mental health programs and services for Asian well-being.
Now,
Samuel Jackson, your people have been through the most trauma in this country.
Hold on.
They have the worst mental state.
Hold on.
And you're asking for the well-being of another race.
Hold on, Mr. Samuel L. Jackson. Now, I totally agree with you when you was going at other black foreigners and immigrants about taking American descendants of slavery roles. I find it kind of funny how y'all be so willing to defend these other races of people. And I agree with you said. They shouldn't be coming over here playing our roles and doing that, but you didn't have a problem attacking other blacks.
Didn't.
I'm just going to say that.
They have a problem with it. Quickly.
Which I agree, they shouldn't be. But I'm just saying that you defended these yellow people. Oh, you can't say that. I'm sorry.
They call themselves yellow people, don't they?
Yes, they do.
You know?
I have a dishwasher who called her. I have to log her in, and her password is yellow. Now, why she make her password
like
yellow?
You got what's his name? The dude who created the show Blackish.
Oh,
he got
Lord.
the show Latinx's, however you say Latinx. And somebody said it's gonna be a new show called Yellowish soon.
Well, didn't you say there's a show called Brownish coming?
I don't know. Brownish? I don't know that. Let me check. Brownish. I can't remember about Brownish. I think that's one. That's a isn't that a spinoff?
Yeah, I thought you showed me a video of what's that guy name that had the show on Netflix, and he brought Quincy Jones' daughter on there to play his wife in real life, and they was like she a white woman.
No, that's black. That's
I know, but the dude that is in that show, I thought you told me him and Eva.
No, there's not a show called Brownish. It's Grownish.
Grownish.
Yeah, I don't think there's one called Brownish. But yeah, you're right. Eva Longoria's possible brown. That's the
Tina
one.
Barrett. Yeah, you just told me that yesterday.
Yeah, Brownish. It's called Brownish.
These motherfuckers are so jealous of black people, particularly Asian. I mean, not Asians too, but Latino people. Every time we get something, they want something.
You remember
what's her name?
Who?
The one that said nigga.
Oh, I forgot her name.
And then and black people went at her ass, and then she was mad about black people being superheroes and saying, "Well,
Black
Asian,
Panther." Yeah. What's her
hell?
name?
I'm calling them Asians and Latino. They all the same.
What's her name? Latina star nigga. Let's see if that comes up with it. I forgot her name. Damn, YouTube me.
Google. They block everything. You got to go to Bing when you really want to know stuff.
Yeah, because Google.
Gina Rodriguez.
Yes. She did this shit on purpose. Every once in a while, she'd just jump up.
When she want attention.
She'd just jump up and do something. She say nigga. The internet is coming for Gina Rodriguez. Yeah, I remember this shit. For using the N-word and non-black Latinos need to be listening. So she was singing a song by Tupac, if I'm not mistaken. And she kept singing it and she said nigga. And so you recorded yourself to say that line on purpose. But what really people got on her ass when she Black Panther came out. And she came out and said, "Oh, this is great, but when we gonna have our Black Panther?" And it was like somebody said, "You got what's the name of that movie? La Bamba."
La Bamba.
Somebody said
it was a great movie. We love La Bamba.
Selena. They said, "Fuck out of here."
You had Selena. I don't know what. You already had your Black Panther. You had Desperado.
Yeah, Desperado. That's what they said. Desperado.
We love Desperado.
Niggas love Desperado. It was on. I don't know. I can't remember this. What channel did Desperado play on?
USA.
Yeah. Niggas used to watch that every time it came on.
Desperado. Or TNT sometimes.
Yeah, don't stop tripping. You got your Black Panther.
Desperado. That's a very good movie.
We tripping.
That's your fucking Black Panther.
But yeah, they supposed to be coming out with a brownish. You think they're gonna actually do it? Because they got obviously niggas is like, what? Why they always gotta da-da-da-da-da?
They always have to. Whatever we do, they gotta do.
So somebody said blackish,
jealousy,
grownish, mixed this, brownish. Nah, bro, I think it's time to finish.
Yeah, it's time to finish. It's too much. You should have stopped at blackish.
And you know, some people
he didn't need no fucking mixes.
You see here, this person. I think this is this is what you call a black Negro. This is a black person who just Spanish. They said no because the cast of brownish is most definitely going to star white Latinos. He finna piss everybody in the diaspora off. Yeah, I mean, you can tell who he planning on doing the show with, who they gonna go after.
They're gonna have Spain looking Latino people in there. You ain't gonna see Mara La Negra in a damn brownish show.
Look at this one right here. Wasn't blackish already brownish?
Exactly. It's insane.
Yeah, you know, he got a lot of people mad with that. But speaking of somebody's boss, speaking of a creator pissing people off, Joe Budden. So this started, how long ago was this now? This drama started 2 weeks now, week and a half?
Yeah.
Started with Joe Budden and the Mal and Rory situation.
Listen, I am not a Joe Budden fanboy. What I have a problem with is I remember there being a podcast on See the Thing Is, and I think they were talking about how women don't come out and voice their when things happen to them in the workplace or whatnot.
Yeah.
What bothers me is you gonna come out and say this at a time where you know that the man is already under so much scrutiny, and then you say this. Why not just say from the get-go, I left See the Thing Is because I didn't like the way Joe was towards me on that episode. But you made it seem like you were just leaving because, you know, you wanted to do your own thing and be on your own podcast. Just be real with the people.
Yeah.
And then you'll get support.
Yeah, well, this started with the Rory and Mal situation. Rory and Mal, they sat out because they wanted the accounting numbers. From what we knew when it first started, because a lot of you niggas like to redo history, we knew that it started publicly when Joe told Rory don't come in. And Mal came in and said, you can't tell him that. And Joe said, I'm the one that tells him that.
He the boss.
And we said, they don't got ownership. Everybody said, they do got ownership. They don't got ownership. So then we went through that for a couple of days, and then they released their explanation of what happened. And they came out and said, we are percentage partners.
Which is not ownership.
They do not own anything to do with the IP. The intellectual property is not theirs. Joe can 100% tell them to not come in today. But no matter what, they will get a profit. That's how it would have worked. But we moving past that. We're moving past that because niggas just reinvent history of what was said and why things was out. Why we said what we said. But anyway, a couple days later, maybe even 2 days later, Olivia Dope came out, a former, as you said, co-host of the See the Thing Is podcast, came out and she didn't accuse him.
It was true what she said. It was proof.
It's truth.
He apologized for it.
Yeah.
Which means he acknowledged that it happened.
Yeah, he came out and said he's sorry, but she came out in her video saying, Joe was inappropriate towards me. He, was saying how he want to have sex with me on the podcast. This once again, some of the stuff was edited out of the video, as she said, but you could tell it was there.
This is the only thing I disagree. I think as a boss, you should never, ever have those type of sayings towards an employee. But like, if you are if you out in the real world, where are we in life now where you can't express how you feel? If it's a such thing as, he's saying that to Olivia and she's like, I don't see you as that, stop saying that to me. And then he continues to do it. That's when it becomes a form of harassment.
Yeah.
But it's like, we live in a world where now you can't even tell somebody you attracted to them.
Well, yeah, obviously Joe went about it.
He went about it in a very probably a terrible way.
And once again, I don't think a boss should be flirting with somebody that works for them.
No, never.
No matter what, if someone works for you, there's automatically going to be a power dynamic.
Yeah.
Because if she didn't work for Joe's network, and he said that, she probably would have said, don't talk to me like that. But because she worked for him, it's a certain level of leeway she give him just because of that.
But I'm gonna disagree with that because she left the podcast. So clearly she didn't allow it to happen so she could stay on the show.
Well, yeah.
So that's not the reason.
Well, she said she was influenced by the people laughing around. So when he would do something that she thought was inappropriate and made her uncomfortable, because other people around her were laughing, she would just laugh it off because she didn't want to be the prude.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say this. To me personally, Olivia Dope is the most attractive person on the show for me on the time she was on there.
Yeah.
That may just be my opinion.
I don't think it's just your opinion.
Let's say that Joe came on the podcast and these other women were single. Now these women happen to be mulatto women.
Yeah.
And he was coming on there, and Olivia, by the way, is single too. And even though this is her boss, let's just say hypothetically. Now, if he would have went on there and he would have only been flirting with the two lighter skinned women, they would have been in the comment section saying colorism.
But that don't give an excuse to be inappropriate.
It does not give an excuse to be inappropriate. I'm just throwing that out there. I just kind of feel that it's weird that I'm not saying Joe Budden is an angel. We know that Joe Budden deals with a lot of things, and he's probably done a lot of shitty things in his life and his career. I just know when I see that somebody's being attacked and they want somebody gone for me.
Well,
yeah. And I don't want anything what I'm saying to be taken out of context. I do not feel like Joe Budden should have been inappropriate with his employee. You should never have that type of dynamic with your employee. I am a manager. I would never be inappropriate with with my female employees.
Yeah.
I've been hit on by female employees.
And you got it.
And I turn it down.
Yeah. That's how I got to work.
Because you know what? That shit will come back and haunt you.
Harshly. Hard. Probably the worst thing you could do.
That's even when I do a schedule, I make sure I have a male and female on the schedule at the same time because we open up at 7:30 in the morning. I don't want to be accused of anything.
I agree. You need a witness at all times. So, that stuff happened. She came out, and it kind of, luckily for Joe, kind of got blown over because
the Kwame Brown
and now
situation. The Charlemagne the God stuff.
So, yeah, that's kind of
But
that.
please don't take what I'm saying out of context.
Hey, you know how they
I
do,
just
man.
threw up that whole colorist thing in the conversation because we know for a fact if he would have been hitting on one of the other two and he would have been ignoring this brown skinned woman because she's not dark skinned, she's brown skinned.
Yeah, she said she's brown skinned even in her country.
She's brown skinned.
Well, not her country, but what her people.
If he would have been ignoring this brown skinned woman sitting over here on the couch, it would have been, see,
Yeah.
they only want the lighter skin.
Now she did say something in this where she said, she said Joe Budden, you know, he said how she was the best dressed and how she's carrying the show with how she's dressed and stuff. And then she said something. She said they knew that I was the favorite. Talking about the other women on the show, and it's like,
Which probably means Joe had already insinuated that he likes her style. He likes what she brings to the show.
Now she said she had never spoken to him before going on his network. That's what she said. She had never really had any dealings with him.
So how you find her?
Well, obviously he knows somebody that knows somebody, and they invited her on. But she said, obviously within a short time of knowing him, she understood that he gave her in a short amount of time the most attention. So I don't know. Is it more so because of the things he said? As she said, he was saying stuff to her on camera that she felt like was belittling her and sexualizing her, objectifying her.
How many times did he come on the?
Once that I know of. That's the one show he came on.
And I asked that question because I have seen that episode. I haven't watched the whole episode, but what I'm saying is
we watched
I've only known him coming on the episode one time. So was there stuff going on behind the scenes that
in her video
we didn't know about?
I watched the entire 26 minutes. Nothing behind the scenes as far as
it was just that one episode.
It was in front of the cameras, in front of everybody. So this wasn't a behind the doors, a text message that was inappropriate. It was in front of the camera, in front of everybody. This wasn't a situation where he was saying stuff to her behind the scenes. At least that I remember from the video. I watched the 26 minutes. I don't remember her saying anything about him doing or saying anything to her behind the camera, behind the scenes. So this was just on camera, a one-time thing, apparently. But she felt like it belittled her and objectified her so much.
And why is the Rory Mal thing behind it? She's not talking about finances. She's giving her story.
I think they just put it in there for the title.
For clickbait.
Hey, get your money, man. Get your money, man. This video, this is just posted it. But that's that on Joe Budden.
Okay.
We'll see. He already uploaded 2 episodes since. They're kind of moving on with their life. Now, another thing, too, that nobody's talking about. In Rory and Mal's video, they said that everything had already been fixed behind the scenes. So they was doing that to clear narratives they felt Joe was creating. But then Joe, even in his podcast, said, yeah, everything has been fixed already. It's like, wait, well, what was the point of all this?
Well, they couldn't lead the show.
Well, I know
with
for
a narrative being based on them, they had to give their perception.
But yeah, but I understand why Joe did that shit he did, firing Rory on live. It's to get viewership. So clearly, before that even happened, they already knew it was already over. They already did paperwork. It was already done. But Joe's like, well, might as well get something out of this. You're fired.
Tell the truth.
So now you get a lot of interactions, engagement. You go viral. Then they can do theirs. They charge $2. We paid the $2, unlike some of you niggas. We paid it to watch it.
We paid the $2.
We paid the $2. And so they make some bread off of people that want to hear their side. So Joe get the viewership, even though he deleted the video. Now he flagged it. We can't even show the video we put up on it.
It's fine.
It's fine. We got the views. Thank you. But so Joe got his side out, made some, went viral. They got their side out, made some money, $2 per pop. So everybody walk away happy. And now they're supposed to be starting their own podcast. We'll see how that goes.
I won't see shit.
Best of luck to them.
Best of luck to them.
It's an ice now.
Well, best of luck to them all.
Yes, please understand. He don't like people. There's nothing wrong with not liking somebody, dog.
They like it. It's absolutely crazy. Your own people get in the comment section talking shit about you because you don't like a white boy. Yeah, I said it.
Oh, they gonna say you racist now.
Hell, they said they call me everything but the child of God in the comment section.
Child of God,
which is fuck them.
Shame. But yeah, now It's and Ice are permanent. At least for now. I don't know if they're going to be permanent on the Joe Budden podcast, which I was wondering, now that Rory and Mal's not on there, is the Joe Budden podcast over? So clearly it's not, because
he has the other.
He has
two
the
back
IP.
on.
He owns it.
He brought the other two back on there.
Yeah, he brought them back
Which
on
for
there.
me is a better fit.
So I wonder, so the podcast they had coming, is that not going to happen now? Is there no point in doing it? Because he said the only reason why he had that coming was for a backup for what Rory and Mal choose to do or not.
Well, he
So-
could always still go off and do that show with that show with them, and make the Joe Budden podcast more of where he has
Replacement,
celebrities
just-
come in,
Yeah, more interviews.
do more interviews, like with the whole Kevin Samuels type situation.
We'll see. But anyway, that's that on that. We spoke about a couple things in this episode. I think it was a good conversation.
Yeah.
Going around, talk a little politics, talk some real shit. Kwame was talking politics, really. How the media is covering him, went to the Joe Budden thing.
He gave excellent advice about going to your commerce of chambers and having them write out a plan for you.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, yeah, he was saying that to athletes, especially because they get so much money for the money being in their accounts because they got so much money. He was like, you can go to your bank and
I knew about the bank
and tell
part.
them I want a plan to start this, whatever, and they gonna do it for you because you got that type of money.
So you have power.
Yeah, but instead they rather this.
But then
beg
you choose
politicians.
to tear down people who don't have that much power. And I'm gonna say Dr. Umar Johnson.
Yeah.
Like this man, and people keep saying, what's the excuse? What's the excuse? Like, okay, yeah, you gave me the money to buy the school, but
I gotta pay you to fix the school.
You gotta pay to fix the school.
I gotta pay to employ people.
You
I
don't
gotta
think
pay
that
to
he
have
gonna
running
come
water,
into
lights.
You don't think he's gonna come into expenses that he didn't plan for?
No,
like
even
shit
if
like that happens.
No, even if he playing for him,
Yeah.
buying the building is the first step.
Do you not? Have you guys ever watched like the HGTV channel when they're building houses or they renovating houses?
Other expenses
and
done.
they start tearing down walls and shit, and they didn't realize this was done and this was fucked up, and then it's like, okay, now we're $60, $70 in the hole, and then when we try to sell this house, we have to make it so nice where we have to recuperate our money.
Yeah,
that shit happens.
But it is what it is. Hopefully at some point it gets through and he gets the workforce that he needs. But that will be this episode 7 or 8, whatever it is.
Nigga, it's 7.
Yeah, we're gonna get up out of here. All praise to the Most High and peace.